Right, guys. So let's go ahead, guys. So in last session, we have discussed about how basically we can import the data. First of all, how to install Power BI we discussed. That is very easy, guys. It's very easily you can download the installation. You can just go to the Power BI and you can do that. If anybody has missed the last class, just nothing to do. I'm not doing anything. Just go there and just download Power BI. Multiple sites are there, guys. You can download from anywhere. You can download. From here also we can download, guys. Advanced download options are there. Same page, whatever you will get in, guys. You will get the same page what we are going to get in, guys. Same window. Or even you can open Power BI dot, which is going to be Microsoft.com. Okay. From there you can go to which is going to be products. Go to Power BI. Okay. And go to the Power BI, guys. Sorry. Here we are having Power BI desktop will be there. Click on that. It will navigate to the same seed download or language option. Same page will come, guys. This page and this page finally is the same only, guys. No difference at all. But only the thing is from where I have came here and from where I have came here. See the complete difference, guys. From anywhere you do, it is going to be finally the same solution. Just click on that particular downloads and just click on that particular download button. You can click on them, guys. Okay. So that is basically the concept of how we can just download it. Download and install it, guys. Very easily we can click on and we can download it. That is going to be the download. And after downloading and installing there, you can see there is a Power BI, which is going to be the icon is going to be get the shortcut will be created on your desktop. Open it. I have explained how basically this option is going to work. We have seen the environment, how it is going to looks like. I have told you the application, guys. Okay. So we can see this is going to be the working environment, guys. So you can download that particular whatever the software and install it. This is going to be the look and feel appearance of your, which is going to be the Power BI environment, guys. See there, I told you about the environment here. These are going to be what we can call it as ribbons. And on the left hand side, we have a 3 different types of views are there. And on the right hand side, we have a 3 different types of panes are there. Unless and until you don't import the data, nothing is going to be enabled here. Nothing is enabled here, guys. See there, go to the insert menu or go to the whatever you go. Almost all of them are going to be disabled, guys. Why? Because there is no data was there. Unless and until you don't have a data, we can't do anything there. So I told you how to import the data. Get the data and just click on the what type of data set you require. Whether you are importing from Excel workbook, whether you are importing from SQL Server, whether you are importing for a text or a CSV file, or many more options are there, guys. Click on the more options. We can click on the more options here, guys. See there, we can see some file-based options are there. Very few number of options are there. File-based means very simple, guys. Excel workbooks, text or a CSV files, XML files, JSON files, a PDF files, a Parquet files are there. Folders are there, etc., etc. we can use. But coming to the database system, so many different types of database systems, guys. See there, almost all somewhere around 30 to 40 databases will be there. And apart from that, Azure is there. Here also we can see somewhere around 20 options will be there. Okay. And apart from that, there are so many online services are going to be there, guys. See there, here another 30 to 40 you can find it off. And there are so many others are also there, guys. Anyhow, we'll try to work with maximum possibility. We cannot learn all of these particular connectivities, guys. That is the main difference between the previous generation systems like Cognos, SSRS, and etc. Now the latest Power BI or Tableau, the main differences is this supports multiple, so many different types of connectivities are supported, guys. Previously, that means previously, whenever we have been got worked earlier, there will be very limited number of sources are there. But here we are going to be not that kind of limited. It supports so many different types of connectivities, not just like a 10 to 12 connectivities are not there. Or almost all, if you can see, it is going to be almost all somewhere around 100 to 120 different types of connectivities we have it, guys. More than 120, maybe somewhere around 150, you will be having the connectivities, guys. Okay. So using this particular one, we can connect. I'm connecting with a text or a CSV file, connected, guys. So I told you some few data sets I have downloaded. Used cars.csv, some data related to some cars, which are used cars data sets. First, we have to import the data, guys. I told you the difference also. Previously, in our previous generation systems, only the metadata used to come. That means only the structure will come. But here we are also going to get the structure as well as data. Everything is going to come, guys. Everything is going to come. That is going to be what this particular concept is there. Data will come as well as structure also will come. Whereas previous systems are not like that. Only metadata will come, structure will come. Every time you run the report, the request has to go to the system, that is a source, pull the data and has to display the data. But here it is not like that. Power BI will have its own data storage. Internally, it will have its own storage. All this data will be stored somewhere in the Power BI only it will be stored. Okay. If I delete that file also, nothing happens to my data. I can view the data, I can see the data, everything I can do that. Okay. So this is your table view where we can see the data, guys. See that perfectly the data has been got loaded. Like that, this is going to be model view where we can see them later. What is model view and all these things, we discuss it later, guys. So this is the way how we can import the data, guys. So like this, we can import as much data you can import. Any number of files are there. I have a lot of files are there because as I told I works on data science and data analytics part. So I know that lot of data sets I will be using. So I have a data set called as an which is going to be, let us say, a wine quality data. Some different domains, guys. I'm not always, I don't work with sales data. I don't always works with the insurance data. I have a different domains are there. So I works with the data. See there, some kind of a wine quality data, fixed acidity, volatile acidity, how they will measure the quality of a wine. So it is going to be, this is the different compositions or which is the components of that. A fixed acidity, volatile acidity, citric acid, residual sugars, chlorides, all these are going to be the data here now. You can import, guys, as much data you can import it. No problem, no issues are there. You can import the data from an Excel workbook. So Excel workbook is a collection of sheets. So if you select a file, it is going to having a collection of sheets, guys. So we can get some kind of a collection of sheets, what we can see there. See there, a different data sets we are going to be having it, guys. So we can select this particular data and click on the load. We can see the data is going to be loaded from 4 of the files, what we can see the data here now. So importing is very easy, guys. Importing the data is very easy. Specify the connectivity. So depending on that, if it is a file base, specify the location, what type of file it is connected. If it is a database system, what is your server name? What is your credentials, username, password? Those things we have to give and we can click on connect. If it is going to be some cloud based, we have to provide that particular cloud, whatever the going to be the what is going to be the cloud account and all these things, we have to provide it. Apart from that, nothing is going to be there. See there, all the data has been imported. User cards, wine quality, team geography, team product category, team product subcategory, fact internet sales, user cards, wine quality. Like that, we can work with the data, guys. Okay, fine. So as I told you in the last class, I have just given you the example, guys. Mainly, your mainly Power BI is going to be contains mainly 3 different components, guys. One is going to be what we call it as a Power Query. One is what we are going to call it as a Power Query. And the second one is what we are going to call it as a Power View. And we are going to be using a one more call as an, which is going to be a Power Pivot. Right now, you don't worry about these concepts. First, we have to start with what is going to be this Power Query, guys. So Power Query is nothing but where we are going to transform the data, guys. So what you are going to do, guys, we are going to transform the data as you require. Because according to your report requirements, we have to transform the data. That is what basically we are going to do it in the, as part of the Power Query, we are going to do that. So we'll transform the data, guys, according to your requirement. As I said that, no, sometimes we have to remove some columns, we have to add some columns, we have to transform the columns. We have to do, guys. For example, there is some year is there. From that, but date is there. For example, date of birth is there. Let us say that date of birth is going to be 1st January, for example, 2000. But in our report, I require only the year part I require it. So I have to create a column which represents what is going to be the year of the date of birth. So how to transform the data? I have to pick the year part only. There is some transformations will be there. No coding, guys. No coding is required. For every operation you want to do, there is going to be some options will be there. We have to just select that particular option, guys. That's it. That is the only thing what we have to do that. So how basically we are going to do them? Have a look into that. Very easy. How to do that, guys? How to open the Power Query? I told you that Power Query or Power Query Editor. Very, very simple, guys. In the home ribbon, these are all what we call it as ribbons, guys. In the home ribbon, we are having the option called as an transform data is there. Either you click there, click on the transform data, or directly, if I click on the transform data also, it will open the same Power Query Editor, guys. See the look and feel appearance, guys. Both of them are completely different. Both of them are completely different, guys. I'll show you with both of them. Have a look into that. So this is going to be your Power BI desktop, guys, what we can see there. And this is going to be nothing but your Power Query Editor, or simply we call it as a Power Query. Both of them are completely different, guys. You can see the complete difference is there. You can see the difference applications. Okay. Now observe carefully. This is the difference, guys. This is where we can see view, we can see the reports generation, all these things. But here only transformations can be done. No reporting, nothing can be done here, guys. So this is how we can get it. Close it, guys, or else one more way is there. Select any one of your queries. These are what we call it as queries, guys. Basically, whenever we import the data from anywhere you import the data, finally it will become a query here now. Whether you import from a CSV file, whether you import from an Excel sheet, whether you import from a database system, it will finally become a query here now. Right click on that, we have an option called as an edit query is there. Even that also will open the Power Query Editor. Anything is a fine case. Okay, everything is going to be fine case. You can just select it, right click, and just click on edit query, guys. This is how it is going to open here now. See there, this is the data, guys. Now, in the last class, I have just explained a little bit about this, guys. Last class, I have just explained you a little bit about this. We can make a lot of changes are there. All the changes are going to be completely, it will maintain a log, the complete information. What are the operations you have done here? Observe carefully, guys. Whenever we imported this data, see there are some already 3 steps are there. This is your source. First, it read the data, guys. See the columns carefully, guys. Columns carefully, you see this. So column names are there because it is a CSV file. Column names or column headers will be there in the first row. Whenever the data has been read, first it has read all the data, guys. Then what it has done, promoted the headers. See there, before step, and this is the next step, guys. It promoted the headers. That means first row has become the headers. And you can see there, ABC, ABC, ABC for every column. Why? Because by default, every column is treated as a text column. String column, it is going to treat it as. That's why what we have to do, guys, we have to change the data type. So Power BI itself is taking care about all these things. You need not to specify anything. It is automatically taking the header from the first row, and automatically what it is doing, guys, it is also changing the data type automatically. It is changing the data type, guys. So these are going to be the first thing what basically we have to work on it. Okay. So these are going to be some of the things which we have to basically, we have to work on it is going to be this option, guys. Apart from that, nothing is going to be there. And a small steps I'm going to tell you, guys. As I told you in last class also, I think I discussed about that. Basically, these are going to be nothing but, guys, see there, these are the tables. Today, there are only 4 tables, 5 tables very easily. But whenever we are working with multiple projects or multiple departments also, as I told you in the last class, guys, it is, let us say that these tables belongs to one department, some sales department data is there. Some data related to some HR department's data is there. If you combine all of them, you'll get confused with this data, guys. That's why what we can do, guys, right click there, and we have something called as new group is there. New group, whatever the group you want to create it, guys. For example, as I said that it is going to be related to some HR related tables. Simply click on OK, guys. Create a name, very easy, guys. Right click here, new, which is going to be group, guys. Again, one more group. Let us say that the data belongs to, which is going to be the sales data set. It is going to be sales, guys. Now what you can do now, I can move the tables from one group to another group easily. Let us say used cars, data related to some sales data. Okay, wine quality related to some HR data, something like that. Okay, category and dim product subcategory and fact int. I'm just dragging and dropping, guys. Nothing I'm doing that. Otherwise, we have one more technique is there. Right click on that and we have the move to the group to HR group. So something like that, I can just group the data, guys. So in HR folder, we have two tables are there or two queries are there. In the sales, we are having the 4 queries are there. You can import the data like this also, guys. Select the HR folder. I want to select the HR folder. Right click on that, new query, we can do that. Text or a CSV file. I'm selecting, it's a HR data, right? Some data related to some employees data or something like that. We will import the data, guys. So I have a table with a name called as, let us say, some dim customers table. I'm going to be selecting the data. Click on open. It's a customers data. Even in Power Query editor also, we can import the data, we can transform the data, guys. It is also going to be the same thing. See there, it is automatically identifying that it is a delimiter comma separated file. So based on the data type detection also will be done automatically. If you said don't detect the data type, it won't detect the data type. Simple click on OK. The data is going to be important, guys. See there, a new table has came, which is going to be dim customer table has came. Like that, guys. Easy, very easily we can import the data. Other queries. Right click and I can say new the data from text or a CSV file. I'm selecting some generalized data, guys. Like for example, some iris.csv file is there. Maybe you are not aware about, don't worry about the data sets. It is going to be iris data set, guys. Click on OK. That's it, guys. So these are the way how we can import the data. Today I'm going to add a one more technique I'm going to add it, guys. Today I'm going to add a one more technique I'm going to add in, guys. What is the technique is going to be nothing but what we can say is one more technique, guys. One more technique I'm adding. As I said that you can import the data from a CSV file, Excel sheets, or etc. etc. These are little bit larger data sets. They are not smaller data sets, guys. There are going to be little bit larger data sets. See there, these are all going to be some little bit larger data sets. So I may do, so for example, guys, I may perform some operation called as keeping the rows. I said keep top rows. I said keep top rows. Keep top rows means you want to keep the first 100 rows, 200 rows, you want to keep them. You can say keep top rows. But whenever I selected the keep top rows, maybe some rows it will keep. But among that many records, whether it is really keeping the first 100 records or whether it is keeping first 500 record, how can you confirm that? We can't confirm it. That's why sometimes for easy understanding, sometimes we'll insert some small data sets by ourselves. We can insert the data, guys. What the point? You can simply insert the data. You need not to do anything. No need to import the data from anywhere. Everything is available, guys. Only thing is you have to know what is the purpose of that particular option. If you know it, that is going to be sufficient, guys. If you know it, that is going to be sufficient. Just when somebody has to guide you, saying that, okay, this option is used for so and so purpose. If somebody just guides you like that, then easily we can perform this operation, guys. See there, it is going to be nothing but what is an option here is a very simple technique only. Simple technique. Here we can see the option, guys, which is going to be enter data. We are having the option called as enter data option is going to be available, guys. Or even in your normal, in the Power BI desktop also, you can have the same option called as enter data. See there, same option is there, guys. Can you see enter data? What is meaning of enter data? Means you can enter your own data manually by yourself. See there, I want to enter some data, guys. So I said simple enter data. Just like how you enter the data in an Excel sheet, same as it is, you can enter the data, guys. See there, add the column, add the column, add the row, add the row, add the row. Only thing is an Excel sheet, when you open, you'll get a lot of rows and lot of columns will be there. You have to keep on entering the data. But here it is not like that. Simple, we can enter the data as we require it, guys. Okay. So that is the basic idea of how we can work with this kind of a techniques, guys. See there, this is going to be the what we can see as of this particular application. See, as much data you can enter. Small data sets you can enter, guys. Like which is going to be something like employee number. Let us say this, guys, which is going to be employee number. So let us say some data, just a second. Right. This is going to be, I said employee number, employee name. It is going to be salary, and let us say that it is department number. Just a small data, guys. I'm not inserting lot of data. 1001, name ABCD, salary of 2500, some department number of 20. Okay. So don't get a doubt why it is 2500. We are entering only just a dummy data, guys. So it does not make any sense that. That means don't think that how can you have a salary of 4,000, 2,000? It's not possible, right? So no problem. We can insert the data and we can do it, guys. PQRS, salary of, let us say, 4,200 or 3,500, department number of 20, department number. Like this, guys, 1004, some name XYZ, once again, salary of, which is going to be 4,000 and department number of 20, department number. Let us say 1005, name, which is going to be some PQRS again, no problem. And salary of which is going to be 3,000 and department number of 20, department number, or some 10, department number, whatever may be the data, guys. Just for a small timing, we are adding up some kind of a data. I'm adding in, guys. I'm going to be adding some kind of a data. I'm going to be adding next some name MNOP, some salary of 2,200, department number of 20. Like that, you can enter the data, name, any name you want. You can just say which is going to be students table. Simply click on OK, guys. See, guys, the data is going to be, we are not importing from anywhere. You can also create your own data, guys. Don't think that somebody has to give you the data, then only you can work with Power BI. It's not like that. For the timing, you can also insert. But only thing is, if you're inserting the data, we cannot insert this much large quantities of data. We cannot insert the data. Like, for example, you see the user cars, 150 rows are there, and there are 6 columns of data was there. But manually, I can't insert the data, no. That much data, I can't insert it manually. Isn't it? Remaining in every table is, guys. For example, if you see the iris data set, it also contains 150 records. So manually inserting all this data is a time-taking process. Wine quality, it may contain so many records it can contain, guys. I think it contains somewhere around 2,000 records are there. Okay, like this, guys. We can see remaining, some of them are having even 60,000 records are there. If you see some other table, it contains somewhere around 60,000 records it contains. So manually, it is not possible. We cannot go for the implementation, guys. We cannot do that implementation, isn't it? That's why sometimes manually, to make you understand some few concepts, we are going to discuss about this kind of an applications. Okay, fine, guys. So anyhow, all these options, can you see how to import the data, guys? Here we can import the data. Okay, and these are going to be enter data. These some options are advanced option, guys. For the timing, don't worry about that. We'll discuss about them, guys, later. Later, we are going to discuss about them. And these options also, guys, I'm going to discuss some few options for today and remaining options later. Not all options we don't discuss now itself. Okay. So if you can see, these are going to be the options what we can see. So this is your columns. These are your columns, whatever we want, we can see, select them, and we can do whatever the options you require in, guys. So I'm going to start with these options, guys. These options, not all options also we don't cover. So keep rows, remove rows also, I'll discuss it later. Okay, for today, I'm going to discuss about this manage columns. Easy option, guys. Manage columns is the option and sorting is the options. I'm going to discuss about that. Okay, have a look at that. Very simple, guys. Can you see? These are the option called as, can you see, guys? There are some categorizations. New query, data sources, parameters, query, manage columns, reduce rows, sort for sort purpose we use, transforming the data, combining the data, AI insights. Even when you go to transform also, table level operations, column level operations, only the operations on text columns, only the operations on number column. See the number column operation, guys. Statistics, addition, subtraction, multiplication, scientific calculations, trigonometry, rounding, information. All these are going to be comes under the numerical calculations. These are all going to be comes under the date and time calculation, guys. Isn't it? There are going to be nothing but date and time related calculations. Like that, we can just, according to the requirement, these options will change as, guys. Okay, so when you select this option, we can easily understand. these options can be performed only on a text column. Observe carefully, guys. If I selected number column, see there, date, time, duration, all of them are disabled. See there, all these options are disabled, guys. And even most of the option, for example, even if you go to some textual column, for example, if I go to a text column, let us select some text column, guys. Text column, you know that now, it is a text column. See there, most of the mathematical calculations are disabled, guys. We can't do them. We can't click on them. Even statistics is enabled, but most of the options are disabled. You can't calculate sum. You can't calculate maximum, minimum, medians. All these we cannot calculate, but you can count them. How many are there? We can count it. That's why whenever we selected some of these options, so accordingly, some options will be enabled, some options will be disabled automatically. So here also, come to the home ribbon, guys, carefully. Come to the home ribbon. There we can say, observe carefully, guys. These are in Power Query, not in our Power BI desktop. It is your Power Query, guys. There we are going to be choosing these options now. By using a different options, we can just perform different transformations. We can do that. And we discussed one main important is Power BI will completely maintain all that information about all the transformations, whatever we have been done. All the transformation, guys, it will perform all the transformations, it will maintain. If you want, we can undo the changes also, guys. Don't worry that if you make a changes, what we can do, you can revert it back once again. We can just revert it back once again, guys. As usually, we can revert it back. Okay. So this is going to be how basically we are going to be doing that. Now see there, for example, just first option, very easy, guys. Now, for example, sometimes some columns are not necessary for us. What you can do, you can remove the columns, guys. But it got the point. So some columns, if you don't require, we can remove the columns. If we require, we have to add up some columns, guys. That is what we have to do that. Okay. Now see what I am going to do now. Simple. It is going to be, we have the option called as an choose columns option is available, guys. Very easy. It's only just initially somebody has to explain you, guys. Learning Power BI is very easy. Just if somebody guides you a little bit initially, then easily we can perform that. Okay. Easily we can perform that, guys. You need not to really do all these applications. We need not to do that. Somebody has to just guide you. That's it. If somebody just guides you, that is going to be sufficient, guys. You really don't require anything to do that. Okay. See there, for example, I don't require the geography key, or I don't require the customer alternative key. For example, title is there. What is the title? Mr. and Mrs. data will be there, right? Mr. and which is going to be Mr. data is going to be there. So we can remove the column. I don't require the column. So what you can do? So we can remove the column. You can keep the column. See there, choose columns. Very simple, guys. There are two options are there. Choose columns. Which columns you want to choose? Select it. See there? I click on this option. Now what will happen? You can see there is a list of columns will come. You just select what columns you require and deselect the options which you don't require. Just that's it, guys. Whatever the columns you require, just select only those particular column names only. You can select it. Remaining, you can just read them as it is. So I selected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, once again, 1, 2, 3, gender. And after that, it is going to be 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, guys. Totally, it is going to be, totally, I selected 7 columns. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 columns, guys, not 8 columns. Simply click on OK. Only the columns which we have asked, only those columns it will keep. Remaining columns it will remove, guys. See there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Remaining columns we have removed it, guys. That's it. That is going to be the one what we can see as of this application. That's it. So choose the columns, which columns you want to choose, which columns you don't want to choose. And on the right hand side, you can see there is a step has been added. Remove the other columns. That means whatever the columns we have been selected, other than that remaining columns we have been removed. Do you want to undo them? Just delete the step here, guys. Automatically, again, the step will be reverted back automatically. Okay. You need not to write anything. You need not to write any code for that, or you need not to write any functionality for that. Just it is going to be easy, guys. Choose columns. what columns you want to choose, we can choose the required columns. Okay, customer key, what is the name, marital status, gender, and whatever the email address you require. What is going to be the occupation? English occupation is there, Spanish is there, French is there. I don't require it. What is the date of the first purchase and what is the commute distance is there. I click on OK. Only those particular columns has been selected, guys. So this is going to be the one which we can see as of this particular application. We can see remaining is very easy, guys. Okay, so remaining things are very easy, which we can see how we are going to be gets working with that. That's it, guys. So once nothing logic is there, nothing complex is there, select the required columns, whatever you want to keep, which columns you want to choose, and which columns we don't choose, those will be automatically deleted. What is the next option, guys? Next option is very easy. We are having an option called as an go to column. What do you mean to say go to column, guys? Go to column is nothing but to which column you want to navigate. So I can select the columns, guys. So tomorrow, when you are performing some operation on a column, which column you want to perform? For example, there is a gender column is there. What I want to do, all the M should be converted into males and F should be converted into females. That is what you want to do, guys. Okay. So M, that is we are having a gender. M need to be converted into male and F need to be converted into female. So if we want to do that, what we have to do, guys? Simple, we have to select the column and appropriate order we have to do, guys. Appropriate option we have to do that. But later I'll discuss about. But how do you select the column? First, we have to select this column first of all. Okay, that is very easy. But sometimes there are so many columns are going to be there, guys. See there? There are so many columns are there. Now I want to go to some column called as, for example, something like an we have something called as an sales amount is there. I ask you to go to the sales amount column. So what you have to do, you have to scroll down like this and check out where is your sales order or sales amount column is there, isn't it? So see there, where is the sales amount column is there. Here was the sales amount. But instead of navigating like this, there is an option called as it is go to column. Which column you want to go, we have to specify that. Got the point? So which column we have to go, we have to specify that. Very simple. It's not going to decide which columns you want to keep and you don't need to decide which columns you want to remove. You are not doing anything. First option is nothing but choose columns will decide which columns you want to keep, which columns you want to remove. But here it is not like that. It is only just we have to decide which columns we have to go to column. See there, I click on go to column. You can search from here easily or else, you know the name, right? So I said sales amount, or even if you write amount also sufficient. So it is going to be amount. See, there are three columns are there. Extended amount is there, discounted amount is there, sales amount is there. Select the column, click on OK. It will navigate to the sales amount column. See there? Selection has been done, guys. Remember, when you select a column, the column automatically shows you that the column has been selected. So a green color, it is going to be highlighting the column in the green color. You can also select multiple columns also, guys. Control plus click. You can select multiple columns also. We can click here, guys. Multiple columns. Okay. So that is going to be how basically we can work with this kind of an application, guys. So multi-column, we can select like this. Single column, you can select. Control plus click, guys. Control plus click, we can click on them. And these are the options, whatever we can do that. That's it, guys. Very easily we can select the required option. So whenever you want to go to a particular column, whenever we have more number of columns are there, what we can do, simply we can navigate from one column to another column. Very easily we can decide with the help of the go to column. So no need to by heart anything, guys. No need to by heart anything. Just select the required column. It will navigate, guys. See, the order quantity, that is a column, what we can have it here now. This is order quantity. So choose two options are there. Choose columns, what columns you want to choose, which columns you want to choose, and to which column you want to navigate it. Next option is very easy, guys. Remove columns. What is remove columns, guys? Remove columns is going to be nothing but what we can see is quite opposite of that. Which columns you want to remove, which columns you don't want to remove. Very easy, guys. So which columns you want to remove? Select the columns, guys. What columns you want to select it, select it. For example, I'll do it on the students table because few number of columns are there, easily we can identify. I want to remove these two columns, guys. Select the column. Very easy, guys. Remove columns is an option what we have it. So what is this remove columns option is going to be do, guys? Whatever the columns we have selected, that columns it will remove. It will keep the remaining columns. It will keep the remaining columns, guys. For example, if I select an option called as remove other columns, then what it will do? It will keep the columns whatever we selected. It will remove the remaining columns. Simple, guys. Remove the selected columns, remove the other columns. So columns, whatever we selected, only those it will remove and it will keep the remaining columns as usually. What is remove other columns, guys? It will remove the other columns and keeping the whatever the selected columns is there. Simple technique. Now see there, remove columns. Employee number and salary column will be removed, guys. Remaining columns it will keep. Undo the option. Just see there, step is applied. Undo it, delete it. Okay, now this time. Same employee number, salary I selected, and I said which is going to be, I can say that it is going to be remove other columns. When I selected remove other columns, it will keep the employee number and keep the salary. It removes the e-name and department number, it will remove them. Okay, so that is the basic understanding of what is this particular choose columns and remove columns option is there, guys. Got it, guys? Very easy and very simple technique, guys. So as I said that now, somebody has to just guide you. That's it. Apart from that, remaining is going to be nothing but what we can see is a very easy and a simple option only. Only thing is first somebody, if somebody tells you that this option is for so and so, this option is for so and so. If somebody explains you, that is going to be the sufficient, guys. Remaining, we can just work on that applications there. See there? That's it, guys. So this is manage column options. Two options are there, choose columns and which is going to be remove columns. In choose columns, we have two options are there. What are the two options? One is going to be nothing but we have a choose columns, go to column. Go to column, guys. See there, very easy. It's not go to columns. It is go to column. See the difference. Choose columns, go to column. Only one column only we can go. Next, remove columns, remove other columns. It is not a singular, it is plural. So you can remove multiple columns. We can remove other columns. Other columns means except the columns what you selected, remove the other columns what it is saying, guys. Okay. So this is going to be the all about the concept of how can you go for choose columns and go to columns. And here also we have remove columns and we have remove other columns, guys. That's it, guys. These are the two options, whatever you want. But one important thing is whatever the changes you have done here, unless and until you don't save them, here we can't see them, guys. What changes we have done, guys? See there, even students table you can't see here, guys. Why you can't see the students table here now? Because I have entered the data in the students table, guys. See there, students table is not available here now. Why? Because we didn't save it in, guys. So see there carefully. What you have to do, you can apply, you can close and apply. Simply I'm clicking on close and apply, guys. So I want to close the Power Query editor and I want to apply them also. Once if you do that, your tables automatically will get refreshed here, guys. See there. See there, whatever the changes we have been done there, all the changes are going to be reflected here now. Students table will come. Okay, and in some team product category table or some table, we removed some columns. See there, we removed some columns there. And even in the students table also, we have been removed some columns. So all the changes we can see only and only whenever we click on apply there. And one important thing is you have to save your file, guys. Save the file. So your project, your total project is going to be saved with the extension of .pbix file, guys. It is going to be .pbix file. It is going to be get stored, guys. See there, you can see very clearly where you want to save it. I want to save it where? On the desktop only I want to save it. Or more options are there. Anywhere you can save it, guys. I have a separate folder called as Power BI files. See there? I am selecting a folder called as an Power BI files. This is my folder and enter the name, guys. Whatever the name you want to enter. So I'm going to say that the file name is, which is going to be batch, which is going to be 10:30 AM. So your file name is going to be saved as batch 10:30 a.m. dot, which is going to be .pbax file. Click on save, guys. So it will be saved now. Up to the last two classes, I didn't save it, guys. That's why every time I'm loading the data. But this time I need not to do that, guys. See there, it is going to be the file, guys. Batch 10:30 a.m. If you open the file, your tables will be there, your data will be there, whatever the steps we applied, everything is going to be there as it is. You need not to change it, guys. You need not to change it. Simple. It is going to store the data. Every texture, whatever we imported, all data is going to be saved, as well as all changes are also going to be saved, guys. See there, this is your data. We removed the two columns from your students table. So the two columns, whatever we removed, but you can undo them. Don't think that, sir, we have saved it. Can't you undo the option? No, we can undo the option, guys. Again, go to the transform data. Again, go to the transform data, guys. Select your students table. Your step is there. Remove the other columns. Whatever the columns you selected, other than that, remaining columns, you remove that. Undo the step, delete it. Then automatically changes will be applied. Click on apply here now. Once you click on apply, on the left hand side, you can see the apply here, guys. See there, your data was back as usually, guys. Your data was back. Automatically, your data is going to be back, guys. So as it is, whatever the changes you do there, add the columns, remove the columns, whatever you do, all the changes are going to be gets reflected here, guys. So this is going to be how basically we can go for something called as the transforming of the data, guys. Like that, we will learn all these transformations we have to learn, guys. How many days it will take? As I said that, almost all 1 week to 10 days it will take, guys. Almost all, because we have to learn all these options. Redo means, okay, you want to redo the option. So I think normally we have the options are going to be there. We can see that. I'll tell you the particular. That means you want to again apply the steps, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you the step. So this is going to be the one what we can see as of this application. You can see there. Okay, so undo that particular step. You are deleting the step basically, guys. We'll see the shortcut keys. There are so many shortcut keys will be there. We'll see the shortcut keys later. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is going to be the changes, whatever we can do this as part of this one. So any changes you do, any transformations we have to do, we have to save those particular changes, guys. Okay, so make the changes, and basically to update them, please, we have to save the changes. Unless and until you don't apply them, you cannot see that in your Power BI desktop. We cannot see the changes, guys. Okay, so that is going to be all about this particular application like this, guys. Fine. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So just for today, I'll stop it here. So anyhow, we'll discuss all these options in the coming classes, guys. Some options I'll skip them, guys. Okay, don't worry. Why? Reason is also very simple, guys. There are multiple options are there. And it requires a little bit some explanation is going to be required. Like see there, choose columns and remove columns. There are only two options are there. Keep rows. There are 5 options are there. Remove rows. There are going to be 6 options are there. And all these also going to be require some time, guys. Later we'll discuss about that. In the next class, I'll starting from here, guys. We'll discuss them. Don't worry. All these options we'll again discuss about. Even these options also we'll discuss about all these options in the coming classes. They are a little bit advanced option. That's why I'm not going to discuss as of now. So in the next class, how to change the data type of the columns we'll discuss using the first row as a headers, replacing of values. After that, I'll start with the merge queries and all these things. We'll start from the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay, so that's it for the today's class, guys. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Right?
Sir, when the course will be completed?
It will be 45 days.
Okay, by mostly March end.
Yeah, it's 45 days. March ending, it will be completed. Hardly, maybe, or April first week, hardly, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Fine. Anyone, guys? Any questions?
So where we can get the recorded sessions?
Once you have one registered for the course, my team will share you the recordings to you. So from the Google Drive, you can access the videos.
Okay.
Okay, but once you have to register for the course.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For that.
Okay.
One more last question.
Yeah.
I've missed on Friday's class. For that, I need a recording session.
Yeah.
On the class, did you on first class, you told me like while signing up with Power BI, we need a like corporate email like that.
Right
Is
now, it
that
is
like
not required. I told you, right? It's not required as of now to install Power BI desktop.
okay?
Okay,
It
later,
is
whenever you want to publish the reports and all these things, then you require the account.
okay.
Right
Okay,
now, it
fine.
is not required. You can install Power BI desktop. You can create the reports without having any issue. In the later, if you want to do some deployment, publishing of reports, and if you want to download any external library, external visuals, then you have to require. Otherwise, it is not required.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
We don't need to do sign in for
Right
now.
now, it is not required.
Okay, fine.
And I
Thank you.
told you that too, it is only for Power BI app. The service is required. If you open app.powerbi.com, then you require. Otherwise, it is not required.
Okay.
Okay. So as of now,
Thank
download it. Sufficient. You don't require any account for as of now. Power BI desktop directly you can download and install it. Sufficient.
Yeah, sure.
Right, guys. Any other cells? Right, guys. So that's it for the today's class, guys. Just for today, I'll stop it here. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Thanks all of you guys.